Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 demonic anime powers. Number 20, Demonic God of Heaven and Earth, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. They say the greatest offense is a great defense, but man, this is just insane. Demon King Frieren utilizes this technique, which can straight up stop or repel any attack just by positioning his arms correctly. Yes, even the fabled Giga Strash. But of course, it's not all about blocking. Frieren can change positions to a guard-breaking strike that can render any armor useless. And finally, when the time calls for it, he can once again switch to the Kaiser Phoenix form. This one's a lot more no-nonsense. It's a fiery spell that takes the form of its namesake in order to wipe out anyone who stands in its way. Basically, if you see a demon taking this stance, run away. Number 19, Spell of Obedience Auzalusa, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. If ever there was a spell that flexes your power and rubs it in your opponent's face, it's this. This spell is utilized by the demon sage Aura as she comes face to face with our favorite stoic elf Frieren. Given her position in the Demon King's army, it's pretty clear that this isn't some low-level spell. By using it, both the user and the target's souls are placed upon a magical scale. Whoever's mana is the strongest will tip the scale in their favor, and then be able to gain complete control over the weaker opponents.
魔力がより大きかった方が相手を服従させ操り人形にできる。その体が朽ちてなくなるまで。
However, a word of caution. Don't be an idiot and use this demonic power against someone who is obviously far stronger than you, like Aura did. Number 18, Power of Destruction, High School DD series. I mean, with a name like that, you can kind of imagine what this thing is all about. The Grammary clan are both feared and respected, and that's mostly thanks to this inherited ability, which does exactly what it says on the tin. This demonic power focuses purely on breaking down anything in its way, and there's very little anyone can do to defend against it. This technique comes in many forms, such as Ruin the Extinct, used by X, but the end result is almost always the same: devastation. You'd be wise to treat Rias right, Issei. Number 17, Demon Lord's Haki. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. As if you can guess, Rimmeru's leap from lowly slime to certified Demon Lord came with a ridiculous amount of perks and boosts in their power level. Rimmeru's stats were multiplied, and they were given all sorts of resistances, but out of everything listed, there was one thing that really caught our eye: Demon's Lord Haki. If you're familiar with One Piece's Haki, well, it's pretty much the same deal, except instead of knocking out weaker foes, this powerful aura can straight up kill anyone who cannot handle its pressure. How you go from the weakest of monster types to an absolute beast that can end lives just by existing within their proximity is beyond us, but Rimmeru sure managed it. Number 16, Romanticist, King of Delusions. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. With how much of an adorable little lady Amari is, you'd be forgiven for forgetting that she's actually an all-powerful demon from a very prestigious family.
貴様のような不埒な害獣はアザゼル家の誇りにかけて叩き潰してみせる。見せてやろう。
The Azazel family's bloodline magic is surprisingly simple in its description. Essentially, as long as the user believes in their own strength, they can get strong enough to match it. It's fair to say that the potential behind this could fall into OP territory. Of course, that's only if they're convinced that they can beat their opponents. If their belief falters, so too will their strength. Good thing Amari is a demon we can all count on. Number 15. Devil Might Beam. Dragon Ball. Long before the king of the demon realm Deborah showed up, Goku and friends encountered Spike the Devil Man during the Fortune Teller Baba arc. This literal demon from hell caused a whole bunch of problems with his signature attack, the Devil Might Beam.
He discovered he could exploit his opponent's negative thoughts, no matter how faint, and convert them into an energy beam of immense power.
With this, he can exploit his target's negative thoughts, no matter how great or small they are, leading to their heart exploding.
And caused it to expand until his opponent's heart literally exploded.
Luckily, it had absolutely no effect on Goku, as he was too pure of heart. But can you imagine if Frieza had been hit by this thing? Number 14. White Nova. How not to summon a Demon Lord. As is often the case with anyone who gets isekai'd, Takuma Sakamoto gained a substantial amount of power after becoming his level 150 demonic sorcerer known as Diablo from the game Cross Reverie. Of course, being the true Demon King comes with a vast array of all sorts of abilities, but the one that stands out above the rest is his all-powerful spell, White Nova. Though it appears as only a small ball of white light, once this spell finally goes off, it can wipe out an entire demon army in an instant. The fact that it actually takes someone like Diablo time to cast it proves how powerful it is. Number 13. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man. In a world plagued by devils, Denji hunts them alongside the Chainsaw Devil Pochita in order to pay off his debts to the local Yakuza. After being betrayed and then killed by the zombie devil, Pochita sacrifices themselves to become Denji's heart, transforming into the titular Chainsaw Man. With these new powers, Denji is able to rip and tear his way through any foe he comes across, thanks from the chainsaws protruding from his arms and head. Denji gets so ridiculously bloodthirsty that we almost feel sorry for the devils themselves. Number 12. Demonic Blood. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. After receiving experimental treatment for his terminal illness, Muzan Kibutsuji undergoes a drastic transformation and becomes the progenitor of demonkind. With his demonic blood ability, he's able to transform any human into a demon themselves. Much like Muzan himself, they gain a plethora of remarkable abilities, such as immortality, regeneration, and a massive increase in physical strength. Even greater still is the variety of blood demon arts the higher level demons gain after devouring many humans. Unfortunately, their greatest weakness is sunlight, but you could argue that the powers gained are well worth the sacrifice. Number 11, END, Fairy Tail. Towards the end of the series, it's shockingly revealed that Natsu was actually revived many years ago by his brother Zeref as his most powerful Aetherius known as END. These dormant demonic powers would finally be shown on full display after Brandish's Command T magic triggered it. This led to Natsu going berserk and easily defeating Di Maria off-screen. With curse power amplifying his already incredible fire magic, Natsu had no qualms striking down his very own guildmate Grey. Thankfully, Urza was able to make it in time and set things straight between the two, otherwise the show probably would have ended a lot earlier. Number 10, Seraph of the End, Seraph of the End. Even vampires need something to fear. While Yu's awesome sword skills have managed to land him quite the kill count when it comes to bloodsuckers, his true power lies within the infamous Seraph gene.
ちょっとまずそうなのが出て
Even in its incomplete form, Yu's inner demon is strong enough to crush a city. It's just a shame such power turns him into a mindless beast, driven only by his desire to punish sinners. We're guessing creeps like Frieren wouldn't be so smug if they were trapped in a room with Yu during this apocalyptic phase. Number 9, Demon Magic. The devil is a part-timer. You can't expect the Lord of the Fries to not make the list.
感謝するぞルシフェル。ようやくこの姿に戻ることができた。
Just because he's an assistant manager at a lousy-looking fast food restaurant doesn't make his status as the Demon King any less potent. While he's vying for that good guy status these days, Sadao still knows how to bust out the telekinesis and mind control when it counts.
超細かと。
Of course, when all else fails, he can always go full-on devil and unleash a superpowered punch that would send any angel flying back to the pearly gates with their wings between their legs.
潔く覚悟を決めろ。悪意しわれ。
Number 8, Commandment. The 7 Deadly Sins. And the list of things the Dragon Sin of Wrath can do just continues to grow. Not hard to see how the Captain of the Sins became so infamous. After all, as one of the children of the Demon King, Meliodas not only has enough strength, speed, and endurance to wipe out most foes instantly, but like the rest of his race, has access to darkness, a substance that can drastically increase his power to the point where it once consumed a whole kingdom. Oh, and he can't die. Just a quick trip to Purgatory and poof, back in the fight. Best not get him angry.
俺も似たようなもんさ。
Number 7, Full-Fledged Demon, Inuyasha. This half-dog death dealer may have wanted to rid himself of his hybrid nature and become a full-on demon on par with the likes of his brother, but after seeing him lose control to his demon side time and time again, we're not so sure that's a good idea.
I'm in a class of my own!
After all, whenever Inuyasha's demonic half comes out to play, he becomes an uncontrollable beast. While this form has allowed him to claw away at many of Naraku's minions, it also costs him his sanity. If not for his brother's intervention, we're not sure what could have stopped him.
You won't escape.
Inuyasha.
Number 6, Flames of Satan, Blue Exorcist. Nothing screams, "My dad is totally the Prince of Darkness," more than coating yourself in blue hellfire, along with a nice matching pair of horns. Kind of a handicap when you're trying to become an exorcist who can take revenge on the demons who murdered your foster father. While his heritage is often a source of conflict in his life, Rin has proven without a doubt that these indigo flames of his are just as handy for burning away the inhabitants of Gehenna just as much as regular humans. Number 5. Black Aster, Black Clover. How to make up for having no magic? Demonic power, of course. After coming into contact with the unknown entity that lurks inside him, Aster finds himself imbued with demonic power of such caliber that he can pretty much cleave his way through any and all magic without issue. Not even magical junkies like Ladros are able to hold a candle to the hapless idiots of the Black Bulls when he's rocking this form. Just goes to show, class and status don't amount to much when you've got a black meteorite coming at you full speed. Number 4. Rashomon, Bungo Stray Dogs. Word to the wise, don't mess with the Kutagawa. Not only does he have an intense bloodlust, but his particular gift just so happens to take the form of a hellish beast that he can call from his own body, and it is not friendly. While the other members of the Port Mafia might have some fearsome abilities of their own, nothing compares to watching this edgy assassin coat his body in the terrifyingly powerful demonic armor. And no, you can't find one of those at Hot Topic. Sorry guys. Number 3. Level 0. Hellsing Ultimate. And this is what happens when Alucard cuts loose. He literally unleashes a tidal wave made entirely of the souls he's drained over the centuries as Count Dracula, creating an unstoppable army that only live to slaughter in the name of their master, and as a result creates a wasteland filled with the butchered bodies of psycho Catholics and resurrected Nazis. There's not much else we can say except for the results speak for themselves. Just another reason to avoid London during peak tourist season. Number 2. Devilman, Devilman Crybaby. It says a lot about a person when they're surrounded by shape-shifting, hideous denizens from hell, and they're still the deadliest thing in the room. After being manipulated into merging with the creature known as Aman, timid student Akira finds himself transformed into a hybrid of unparalleled strength. While he's just as emotional as ever, Akira's new form allows him to make short work of any demon that comes his way. He even takes on Satan himself. Not everyone can claim to be able to punch the Morning Star so hard that it splits the seas. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Dragon of the Darkness Flame, Yu Yu Hakusho. Hiei might prefer to settle things with his signature sword, but that's not the only weapon he has in his arsenal. For those that manage to push the three-eyed demon of Team Urameshi beyond his limits, he's got a fiery trump card guaranteed to turn them into ashes. Taking the form of a pitch-black dragon, this creature will incinerate any foe that it manages to catch in its maw. Just ask those poor souls at the Dark Tournament.
The darkness flame!
As if people needed another reason to be scared of this pint-sized Punisher. Which demonic anime power do you think is the greatest? Let us know in those comments below. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.